Hi, welcome to Debbie's Dare. It's Fiskars Friday on Thursday, and we're going to do a couple of things. I'm going to get right down to it. Although it's a hot day, I'm in long sleeves because I stay cold in this house. Someone had asked me what you could do with these Fiskars Sunburst border punch other than make just a regular punch. Well, let me show you what I do with it. We're going to show you using the Fiskars rotary trimmer and taking you down, and the punch. What I want to show you here is that the way I do these border punches is basically I line them up and practice and play with it till I get what I want. These particular measurements on the Fiskars punch, or Fiskars rotary trimmer, I'm not doing good, my tongue's all twisted, is the measurements are in 1/8, so you can get a clean good cut 1/8 of an inch. So you can take this, 1 inch, 1/8, 2/8, 3/8, 4/8, 5/8, however you want to do that. Let me, again, I'm going to take this to about 3/8, an inch and 3/8, inch and 3/8. Give it a good cut. Move it aside. Move your trimmer, because it's in my way. I'm just funny. I'm sorry. It's called a long week. And you just put it in like normal, making sure that it is all the way back here or the magic will not work. Okay? I'm lining it up, as you can see. I'm lining it up with the pattern. You can see there is a pattern underneath there, and where I punched at, it lines it up and colors it in beautifully. Now, because of this particular design, you're going to have to line it up pretty straight. So make sure it's not a hurried up job and just a little bit off. Okay, let's see, that's going to be a little bit off. No. I'm sorry. I tickle myself sometimes. Okay. So I have this strip here. I'm going to go ahead and take this off because I'm not going to do all of it. I have this strip here. Now what I'm going to do is take and turn it so that I'm going to punch the other side. Although this is not going to be like the threading water where you're going to line it back up. What you want to do is about, you can see where the pattern is at, and you can see the tallest piece here, one here, is about halfway between that 1/4 inch grid. So what I'm going to do is line up my top piece here in between the 1/4 inch grid. So what we're going to do is line it up. I wish you could see better. I'm going to have to see that on camera. All right. About halfway through that particular grid, and we're going to punch. I'm going to bring it down, I think, yeah, and line it up. I'm going to punch and pray. Yeah. Let me show you what I've got now. Now I'm going to pop the top off so you can see. I've got a beautiful, beautiful piece of lace, and you can put some bling in the center of it, and you can make it wider, you can make it narrower. I started out with 1 3/8. You can take it up to 1/4, and I can put rain dots in the middle, I can put bling in the middle, I can put stickles in the middle. So that's what you can do with your Sunburst, and this is one of my favorite techniques. This is my little collection of Fiskars scissors. Oh, you don't even want to know how many Fiskars scissors I have. I don't want to know. They are hanging on the wall. They're still in packages, and I just collect it for the fun of it. But here's a couple that I use. Okay, we have the Fiskars, and these are the ones that I use primarily for my scrapbooking. I've got other scissors. But this is your Fiskars, and it's the non-stick. You can see it by the black right here. It's coated, so that if you cut through adhesive or glues and stuff, things or anything sticky like that, you may be cutting through a sticker or something, and it won't stick to this. This is my mainstay. This is my Fiskars spring load Mirco-tip, important Mirco-tip scissors. It's Mirco-tip number 5, okay? And it has a locking mechanism. You just take and pull it down and let it go. So instead of going open, close, all you're doing is closing and then releasing it, and it opens it back up. Gives you a little more control for those very fine-tipped areas that you need to have. Remember, just close, and then open. This is great if you have problems with your hands. And especially if this to me is the best thing on getting those real detailed pieces. I'm going to show you something back on that. Now this is the Fiskars, not ours, it's Fiskars Classic 8 orange handled famous for scissors. You know, it's great for cutting a lot of different things besides your paper, cut fabric. Okay, and then another pair of micro-tip scissors is my little teeny tiny ones. These you open and close yourself. Again, you have more control because you have a shorter blade area here, and that gives you the exact control you need to do some micro-tip work. Okay? I've come to find out when using like the craft knives and stuff, the closer you can be to a blade, the more control that you can have over it whenever you're doing detailed work. Two things. Now, let's see, I want to cut this very large piece. Let's see. This is Webster's Pages. And you can see I've just got a big piece here that I want to cut out. So I can take my Fiskars scissors, ta-dum, ta-dum, and just take and follow the line. Did you know, I'll tell you this, it's sort of funny, and it's not until this last little bit that I've actually realized it with my husband gardening. I asked him, how does a farmer know, especially if he's, you know, back in the days when they were doing the mules and stuff, but even now on tractors, how do they do a straight line? And he says by not looking down, he looks ahead and sees where he's going. So I said, well, that's a great principle. Let's try it with my scissors. Now, I'm not looking way ahead at the end of the paper, but an inch or two ahead of myself, and I can look and basically get a very good cut. And I, you know, since I've discovered that, I said, okay, the farmers had something on it before the scrapbookers did. You know, look a little bit ahead, and it will give you a really nice cut. And that was my Fiskars Classic 8 scissors. Now, my Classic 8 is not going to do this little piece I want to cut out. See that wonderful piece? But I don't want the whole page. I just want that for an accent on another page. Now, I won't make you endure me going through the whole thing, but I love cutting out patterns and pieces like this. But what I do it with is with the Fiskars Micro-tip. Okay? What I'll generally do, and again, you can look ahead and do this, but I can do this in little. Now, the way I hold it to get control, okay, let me see if I can get it up here, is I put my finger right on this thing, and I've got this in the palm of my hand over here, okay, and then I'm squeezing with this side. That's a right-hander. You would do it a different way if you were left-handed. But that way, it gives me, and I pull it over the palm of my hand. And it gives me really, really good control for me in doing this. A lot of people tell me whenever I do demos and stuff, they've never even seen these, and they are everywhere. So I can just basically, you know, follow the little bitty lines and just go around. And you can see I'm not taking a lot of time. It's because I've got lots of control on these scissors, and I can get in and out of places that you wouldn't normally be able to get in and out. And I'm going to show you. I'm going to turn once, go in, and I've even cut, and I'm going to show you these little branches and stuff that you see in here. I've cut so close, but not to touch them, that I was able to keep them on there and not lose it. And let me go just a little bit further. I'll always clip it if it goes too long. So I'm just going to cut across here. Just see if you can see how quick I did that. And you can see I'm already started in doing my treetops. I'm going to come all the way down to over here and down to the ground. But I can get very detailed with my Fiskars Micro-tip spring-load scissors. Now, I can get close with these, but I can't exact the same control. So this would be good for a bigger, more exact, like a large flower or something, a larger flower. And then you can get the teeny tiny stuff. But I use all three, you know, all four of these scissors whenever it calls for it, because they all have their own purpose. Okay, back up. Disney, Sea Ride. And I was told they don't give tickets out anymore. Someone burst my bubble on that one on the last Debbie's Dare and Fiskars Friday on Thursday. I hope you enjoyed. Thanks. If you, hey, if you liked, leave a comment.